Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Mr. Konamonde, let me get your thoughts on this. If we have the government declare these bandits as a terrorist organization as they did for Boko Haram, what impact will that make?
Well, certainly it will draw both local and international attention on the activities of the bandit, and by and large, it will draw support for the government's operation in the Zamfara state to wipe out those bandits. I think is very imperative. The issue of state of emergency, which has been called upon by the governor, yes, we welcome declaration of state of emergency in the state, as provided it will enhance security for people to go about their daily businesses and other activities, and also to sanitize the environment to enable the electoral process of 2019 to take place very peacefully. It will enable citizens to go about their political activities, including campaigning in all nooks and crannies of the state, and it will also encourage and see that it safeguards the security of electorates to go on the election day to line up and cast their vote, performing their civic responsibilities, and their votes are counted in a peaceful atmosphere and without fear or favor. And that is why we welcome state of emergency, and we urge the government to declare state of emergency. Zamfara is not the first state. It has been done in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa under state of emergency. More troops were deployed, more police contingents were deployed to the state, and then elections also were held in those states as it was held in other parts of the country.
Mr. Akonji, tell us, if you will, because a lot of people are raising that question on the mop-up activities of the government to try to see that those weapons that are proliferated, especially in Zamfara state, the government tries to recover some of them. Tell us, is the government making headway? Because you did say that there was an incentive about ₦1 million. How far has that gone?
Yeah, I think they made a bit of headway into it. I recall that they were able to recover about 3,000 weapons, from bandits that was submitted by them as an amnesty, but there are still several more that we need. That's a very good way to go, but we still need more of that, and there has to be a reason to actually bring them, for them to bring these weapons out, because if they don't see any justifiable reasons to do that, they just bring a few. And also, you have to be very careful, because if you're paying ₦1 million to someone who's bringing a weapon, how are you sure he's not going to go back and he uses that money to buy more weapons again? So it's a cocktail of issues there, very sensitive issues. But it's a step in the right direction, and we expect and we implore, we hope that can be continually sustained, and it should be like a truth and reconciliation committee that can bring everybody together and find a common ground to this. But a lot of proliferation of illegal weapons across the state and the country in different parts is also fueling these conflicts that we're actually experiencing, and various flashpoints across the country.
Colonel Dembe, this issue, security situation of this armed banditry in Zamfara, there are many who believe that it goes beyond this period. It dates back in history. It's been there in a while, and it's just that it's just being known. Is it possible, you said, if the state of emergency is declared now, do you think it will cater for whatever it is that might have caused this situation dating back in time?
Yeah, if state of emergency is declared, then we shall see deployment of more security operatives, and which will cover the entire state, unlike what we have now. Just for election in Ikiti sometime back, 30,000 policemen were declared for a state election where there was no threat by banditry or insurgents. 30,000 policemen were mobilized and deployed. Then here we are in a state in terror. We've been besieged and been terrorized. And yet, we don't even have 3,000 policemen in that state. So with the declaration of state of emergency, if we can have as much as 30,000 policemen and possibly 10,000 soldiers, then we get rid of these bandits from their hideouts.
Colonel Monday, the question I asked is, there are those who believe that this matter, this banditry, didn't start recently. It's been there beyond since like the year 2000 or thereabout. The question I asked is, do you think declaring a state of emergency now will take care of the root cause of what's been there way before now?
Now, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. The state government has been in touch with those bandits. They have had meetings, so-called peace meeting with those bandits. And they have not told Nigerians what is the outcome of those meetings. What is the motivation of these people? What is the purpose for this banditry? What do they want to achieve? What political gains do they want to make? We don't know nothing. They have told us nothing. We are just in the dark. But they have had meetings with them. They had peace meetings, and the state government has catered for them in one way or the other. So the state government is in touch with them. First of all, you have to know the motive of those people. We know when they started, around 2011. Yes, that was when they started. But the state called them for a dialogue. So we want to know what was the outcome of that dialogue. We know that the state government had appointed their leader of the bandits as special advisor on security matter to the governor. They used some of the state resources to finance them, because supporting them with logistics, motorcycles, even vehicles. And they placed that one on salary, giving him bodyguards and all that. And the man stayed there for 2-3 months. He said, look, told them, I cannot stay anymore. I'm going back to the base. The man moved back to the bush. And then from there, he started his operation again. So they know him, they know them.
Was he not arrested?
They can get in touch with them.
My apologies, but was he not arrested at that point in time? And then he's even being condoned by the government?
He was not arrested. They provided him everything.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was not arrested. He was not arrested. They provided him everything, logistics, including security.
But any government that should do that should be questioned. Okay, for instance, now, people from Zamfara State, the senators, the House of Representative members, are they aware of this?
They are aware. They have been talking. Kabiru has been talking. Senator Kabiru Marafa has been talking. Senator Ansado, I have been hearing him talking. They know it. Long time ago, Senator Ansado has advised the president to declare state of emergency in Zamfara State. If peace is to reign in Zamfara State, then he said the governor has to be removed. Over a year ago or 2 years ago, but nobody has listened to him. And now the thing has got to the level that is out of control, unless something drastic is done.
Okay, we must thank you and wrap this up at this time. Colonel Bala Monday, a retired security consultant, as well as Ayo Akonji, security consultant as well. Thank you both, gentlemen, for talking to us on Sunrise Daily. And we'll be back in just a moment. Join us again.